Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to be doing a little bit of finesse fishing. I brought two really neat BFS combos to kind of show off to you guys, and some 3-inch Keitechs, little fire and ice, so some red ones, some white ones. And we're going to be targeting white bass, skipjack herring, any other fish willing to bite, I guess. It's a pretty versatile bait, so I wouldn't be surprised if we catch some weird stuff too. But anyhow, guys, I'm going to get this bait in the water. Let's get to fishing. I'll tell you about the combos as we're catching them. So I have talked about locating these fish in another video. Can be a little bit tricky. There's certain indicators. A lot of little boils on top of the water is usually a good one if there's a school nearby this time of year. But right now, the river is so glassy, I think we're just gonna have to move until we find them. And I do have a couple of spots where I typically know they are. There's one right there. Okay, that's a good sign, guys. Now we are starting out with the Dobyns Sierra Ultra Finesse. Decent size. This time of year, they're still kind of small. Come January, February, these fish are going to be feeding up and absolutely huge. So this is maybe a pound. We'll be pulling in 2.5 pounders. Pretty one, guys, huh? You can identify these white bass too by so the body shape. One, a lot of people will call them striper, we'll call them hybrids, but this is a white bass. So you have that one line running from the gill plate all the way down to the tail. Somewhat fainter lines, as well as the body shape is almost more football style, where your hybrids are gonna have multiple lines running from gill plate to tail. They're gonna be darker. They still have somewhat of a football shape, but they will be, let's say, a little sleeker, whereas the stripers, it's pretty obvious what a striper is. I'm gonna get her back in. Yes, your stripers are gonna be longer. When they are smaller, they have a lot sleeker of a body, just dark distinct stripes running straight through them. Now, the hybrid is when your white bass and your striper get together, and you know, so anyhow, let's catch a couple more. Alright, guys, so we are starting out with one of my favorite finesse setups. Now this is the Dobyns Sierra Series Ultra Finesse. It's the SUF 700 Charlie. And it is on the lower end of the spectrum price-wise. I think I paid around $180, which is fairly inexpensive for the higher end bait finesse rods. Okay, something just took a little swipe at us. I like this rod. It's a 7-foot, light powered, moderate action rod with an extra fast tip. So a really cool, unique rod there. It's really perfect for working marabou jigs, jig type baits in general. And we're running a, starting out with the white, and well, sight flash, I believe, is Keitech's name for that color. The white back with the kind of translucent sparkly belly with the pink jig head. These fish love pink, I'm telling you. We might have to move around a little bit to find them. So something's over there. There we go. Generally, my rule of thumb for these fish is, oh, that's a bass. For these white basses, if I place about 5 casts and I don't catch one, little guy, good looking little largemouth, then they're probably not in the area or not in the frequency that I want to catch them at. So I'll move a good 20-30 feet, about a casting distance, and Try again. When you do find them, oh, we'll find them. You'll know. So I was out here the other day trying to film this video. Splashed myself. And the bite was absolutely on fire, cast after cast bringing them in. However, it was so windy out and rainy that when I got home to edit up the footage, I couldn't even stand listening to it. It was so windy. I absolutely hate when that happens. There's not too much you can do about that on a crazy windy day, so I ended up deciding to come out here and trying to reshoot the video. So I have a couple of ideas where these fish are gonna be, considering that was 2 days ago. But we're gonna try right over here. Yes. It won't take you long enough. Decent one. Hard fighter here. Get you unhooked now. Tough bite, my friends, but we're getting them on. That's a good looking one on the smaller side, about the same size as the other one we pulled out. Well, thanks for biting, buddy. I really needed that. So I've been searching for these fish for, geez, just shy of an hour with minimal bites, so that was nice. Now we're gonna switch up to the Fenwick Lynx Bait Finesse Special. Now this is a 6'3" light rod with a fast action tip. Ton of fun to fish. I got that paired with the legendary Gekkabijin. Daiwa's really neat BFS reel. One of them. So this is a 8.5 gear ratio reel, even a bit faster than that Curado, which I like the faster gear ratios personally when I am river fishing and jigging, twitching paddle tails like we are right now. Just helps me pick up that slack line and feel that bite a little bit better. Actually bought a BFS setup specifically for light cranking, but the gear ratio reel was high as well. It was unpleasant to say the least to work, but for this sort of fishing, it's perfect. We got that with the fire Craw, so our red Keitech should work just as well. Good look, another one on that red. I found that whites and yellows work the best, but I seem to be eating this red one. The other day I was throwing in, it was a-okay. Little guy. So the reason we're not really moving is these fish will just kind of sit in an area for a while, a good couple hours, and chill out. But I've also moved. I haven't really shown it too much, but I haven't been able to catch them anywhere else except this very small spot. There we go. Oh, giant skipjack. That's a big one. That is a massive skip. Guys, look at the size of the skipjack. What a chunk. Gorgeous fish, a lot of fun. Really interesting fish. They are brackish. They migrate from the Gulf up our river systems and right to us. Amazing catfish. friend. Love those yellow eyes. They really try to take you right into the rocks. Alright guys, the bite is starting to pick up. Nice little fish right there. There we go. Right on the twitch. So I might have been sitting here just a little further than we can get. And if you can see, they really choke these baits. That's why I try to set the hook just as fast as I can. If it means losing a couple fish, so be it. I'd rather be losing them than killing them if I'm not trying to keep them. Cool. Throw another one out there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I had a great time making it. Slow bite, but we got some nice ones too. Such a fun fish to catch. I really appreciate those white bass. Anyhow, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and get some good fish on, my friends. I'll see y'all next time.